Arigato for coming back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. So it's another reaction video to another Japanese band, Hanabie. I'll probably butcher that, but sorry for that. I wanted to do this reaction. It's been on the request list for a while as well. I think this was requested by Hiawatha G some time ago, and cool thing is they play in the Netherlands very soon. I think they are on the Dynamo Metal Fest this year, so that's really cool to see that Japanese band come all over here to play on a Dutch festival. So yeah, that's really fantastic. Of course, that's a great support from the festival organization themselves to bring such a band to the a kind of a metal fest, because of course this band has metal influences, but this band also is known for putting all kind of genres into their music. So I wonder how the crowd is going to respond to this band. That would be interesting, I think. So anyways, I'm going to react to them. This is a song called L.C.G, official music video. Let's see if it got blocked or not. I don't know, but we'll find out soon. Let's put on the headphones and enjoy some Japanese music here with 1, 2, 3. Pause it here. This is definitely a song about social media, Instagram and other things like that. Definitely interesting what their take on there is, and you definitely can hear already the different kind of influences. Like I said, there's definitely metal in here, but I also hear a lot of electronic influences and some other things. So it's definitely a mishmash of genres, and but there's some screaming and growling going on as well, so it could be interesting for a metal audience, of course. Yeah, let's continue here and see what the girls more have to offer in this song. Definitely love the way they play around here with styles, it definitely goes from growling music to a kind of a J-pop feel with a guitar over it. Kind of funny, the contrast in the vocals here is definitely from really heavy to really kawaii. It's kind of funny. I love the video as well, how the video looks. Definitely kind of a mark to social media and liking all things and stuff like that. Yeah, interesting. I definitely see a lot of getting a lot more bands nowadays in the Japanese scene, mocking the use of social media. But it's kind of funny that all these bands also will have social media. But I understand that all bands will go out there and get more attention, of course. And that's a lot what social media nowadays is used for. It's not like back in the old days, the tape trading or whatever. It's just internet. Everything is social media. Everything is sharing and streaming and whatever. And it's not only about the physical thing anymore. It's also the thing that is not physical nowadays. And that makes this world so different from the 80s and the early 90s, when internet was not really a big thing. And it's definitely different time period. Otherwise, one thing, it's a shame that time changes so a lot, because a lot of people seem to be only busy with social media and with their phones and whatever. Another thing, on the other side, it's a fantastic invention. It's a good way to promote your music, what back in the day was not really possible. That's why the Japanese scene didn't really come into the forefront in the western part of the world. Of course, there were some bigger bands like Loudness and stuff like that, but they had a contract with a bigger label that put the music out here, and that didn't happen a lot with these underground bands. And nowadays a lot of things are more possible with social media and streaming. Take Spotify for example. If you click one band, you already found a lot of other bands that are similar or in from that area, or a lot of things changed. For the worse, but also for the good. It definitely has more sides to one. People should realize that. People are more, kind of less physical social, I think, in some ways. If you only walk on the streets nowadays, a lot of people are busy watching their phones. For example, everything they do have to be on social media. If they go out, eat, go this, go that. Everything has to be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever. So it's kind of evolution is great, but sometimes it's also it gets away from the real social context, if you know what I mean. And it's definitely a thing in Japan as well. I've seen a lot of videos about Japan. Not that people don't want to have contact with you, but they're more, especially in the big cities like Tokyo, they are less socializing. They don't gonna talk to you from out their cells. You only have contact with them if you ask a question, and they politely as they are always answer back. But it's not really a chit chat about the normal things in life, you know what I mean. And that happens a lot there. You have to get friends there before the real social thing. It's sometimes hard, I think. But it happens here also. It's not only in Japan, it happens in a lot of countries that people are more busy with their phones. And yeah, sometimes there's a bit of shame. It is the world is getting so crowded, and people are more or less turned to themselves, and that's why I also like to go to concert to experience things, and you know, and sometimes you get to talk to someone you never knew or whatever, and it seems to be a really nice conversation like I last time had with the Fate Gear gig. I talk to people I never normally talk to, or you know, from my own, and you know, it's kind of funny. You have the same connection, and music, for example, and then there is something to talk about, and the more you talk, the more other subjects uh, will be talked about, and you make new friends. That's the outside life of social media, you know. Go out, experience things, and that is a thing that I want to give out to a lot of people. More than only social media, you know. Um, yeah, it's a blessing that it is there for promoting stuff and whatever, and sometimes also it kind of blocks the way in social things. So yeah, so the word social media is a kind of a, yeah, good thing. It's social in a way, but not social the way I look at social, if you know what I mean. So anyways, let's continue, because already you're rambling way too long, and not even about Hannabie, so that is kind of weird. So let's continue. Well, an experience, like I said earlier in the video, definitely mixing up styles. Um, yeah, I love this band. It's amazing. I love the contrast. I love the way. Um, yeah, it gets brutal and then so kawaii. Let's put it that way. Um, the voice of the guitar player is really soft, lovely voice, and compared to that growly screaming vocal of the female vocals, it's so yeah, it's so interesting, and like I said, music wise, there's a lot to discover too. It's not even the weirdest song I heard from them. I think there were some songs that yeah, really jumped into things, into other things every now and then. So yeah, it's an interesting contrast in the band, and would love to see the girls play in a small venue or something. That would be awesome, and then get the crowd all going crazy. And yeah, just to think about, guys, what I said about the social things. having social media and getting likes and stuff, etc. is fun, but also think the real social life, there's more than only your telephone. So, and that counts in many subjects as well. People always in traffic, people are always also distracted nowadays by cell phones. So that's kind of risky as well. I've seen accidents happen only because people are watching on their phone, and that's not fun. So keep that in mind. So thank you all for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have something else to say about the music, about the subject I talked about, or have some request or whatever, you know where the comment section is, and put your message there so we all can read it and interact with each other. That is also social media, but like I said, social media is sometimes also handy in discovering new music. So it's kind of works both ways. It's kind of funny, but yeah, it is what it is. Thank you all for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you like my video, consider subscribing. It will help the channel out, and also helping bands like Hannabie, probably butchered that again, out, because just like I said, getting more exposure, they get asked for festivals and venues, and you know, I would love to see bands like that, and also bands that are not discovered yet, to play out here. That would be awesome. And like some people in other YouTube channels say, there are so many great Japanese bands out there that are not even exposed yet, and there's so much talent going on at the moment. Like Peter Lynn said from the Made News Network, there's in Tokyo, there's every time there is a show. If you want to go almost every day, every weekend, let's put it that way, there's gonna be 30 bands playing out there. So that's how it is there, and they all need the exposure, the money to come over here and get more recognition for the work they are doing. Always try to support new bands, not only from Japan, it also counts for other parts of the world. The only thing is, a lot of bands from the western part of the world are easier exposed for somehow, some way. But in other countries in Eastern Europe, it's also bands. There are a lot of bands there that are not discovered, and also comes for the rest of a lot of bands from Asia and vice versa. Even funny that the people in the in Asian parts also turning towards more Western bands, because they are of course more famous, and you know, want to get them, see them, and yeah. I have one advice for the Asian people as well. Also support your local bands, and that also helps to get your stuff out there. And it's easier for local bands to play there than here. And funny enough is, if big bands comes there, you know, the smaller bands also will benefit from that. So it's just a little tip there. But thank you all for watching, guys. Cheers, have a great day, and stay safe and healthy.